for now, I'm just going to grab one of these boxes and just get started, see what we can find. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. Today it is the first Friday of the month, and this is July. And here in the United States, July 4th is Independence Day. So we thought it would be a good idea to set ourselves free. Yeah, we are going to free ourselves. Let our fantasy selves go. That means the material things, but also the emotional part. Now we only have 10 minutes, so of course the whole process won't be completed in that 10 minutes, but it is a start, and it's not about being complete, and it's not about perfection. It's about making it better. So for today's video, I am going to be going through some of my fantasy self stuff, and let's see what I can let go of. And the other ladies, they will be doing the same. They'll either be going through something that is their fantasy self, or they'll be telling you about fantasy selves that they've already let go, or maybe even if they're not ready to let go, maybe they'll tell you why. So we'll just have to wait and see. So be sure you check out the playlist below, because we have some fine videos coming your way to inspire you and motivate you and help you to jump that hurdle and start letting go of your fantasy selves as well. So if you've got something that you want to declutter, grab your stuff and come on. We'll do it together. Well, it turned out that those boxes did not have what I thought they had in them, but these bags did have some of the stuff that I was looking for. I used to sew a lot, but I am no longer doing that, and I haven't for many years. I have sewn a little bit, but I haven't sewn very much, and so that is the fantasy self that I am letting go of. I've been letting go of my fabric and other things to do with sewing, and now it's time to start letting go of the supplies. So this sort of thing here. I know I have more things around here, but I'm just going to be spending 10 minutes on it. So it will probably take me that long to go through this, and if not, then maybe I can find some more stuff around here to go through. But we'll just start with what I can find really easily, which is this stuff. So if you have your things ready, then we can get started. I have a little box here. It has two places, so I'm going to use this one for things that I'm going to keep and things that I might want to keep. And then I'll have this little tray for things that can just be thrown in the trash if I find anything that's just trash. And then hopefully this big box here will be the one that will have the things in it that I am going to be gifting away, sending it on to somewhere else. But I also brought down my basic sewing kit. If I'm finding something in here and I think, I do want to have one of those, then I may not remember that I already do have one in here. So this would be a way that if you're doing something like this, if you're creating a basic kit for something, have the basic kit that you have started available so that you can double check next to it to see if you do already have one, or if the one that you have found might be a better one than the one that you have put in your kit already. Now, if you're doing 10 minutes better, always remember, if you're doing the Dana K. White method of the no mess method, and you're just taking out one thing at a time, then no problem. But if you're dumping things out and you're going to have a little bit of a mess, allow yourself some time to tidy it up. And the other thing I want to say is the point of doing this free yourself, let your fantasy self go, is to find something that you no longer do. Something, for instance, like my sewing. I used to do this all the time, and I'm not doing it anymore. So that's something that maybe I need to start letting go of the supplies. And the emotional attachment, the thought that I might do it again someday. That's one of the things that we have. I mean, maybe we enjoyed it, maybe we got a lot of pleasure out of it, but we hang on to it because we're thinking maybe someday we'll do it again. You also might have some things that you've bought that you never did get around to using. Maybe you thought you would do a craft or a hobby, but then you got the stuff and you never did it. Or maybe you have some other type of thing that is a fantasy self for you. Maybe it's clothing that you're thinking you're going to get back into that size. Whatever your fantasy self thing is, just apply the ideas to that. So what we're letting go of is not only the material things, but also the mindset, the emotional part that is attached to it as well. Give yourself some grace. let that stuff go. It's okay if you're not going to do it again. It's okay if you bought the stuff and you paid money and you never used it. It's okay to let it go. I'm going to start with the easy stuff right now with mine. I already let go of the majority of my embroidery floss because I used to do a lot of cross stitching. That was another of my fantasy selves. So I've already let that go. So when I find embroidery floss, I'm just going to go ahead and let that go as well. So that is already something that I can put in my gift away bin. Okay, and this bag actually just has some threads in it, but they're nice colors, so I might want to hang on to those. I'll want to check those against my sewing kit, but since I have one hand holding the camera, I don't have that free. I'm just going to put this in my maybes. Okay, so that's going to be a maybe for me, and I'll check that later. The other thing is this bag. This bag has a lot of thread in it. I used to do a lot of crafts, and so these threads, I used to buy a lot of thread, and so they must have had a sale one day, and I bought a lot. Well, I mean, this store, it hasn't even been around for years. I don't even know what year. This is probably back in the 80s or 90s I bought this thread, and I'm not going to use it, so this can go in the gift away pile. And this bag has a lot of stuff in it. So if you want to do the Dana Kate White method and just pull one thing at a time, you go right ahead and do that. But for me, I just find it easier if I dump the thing out, sort things into categories. Like this, I already can tell you if that's trash. And I don't need this. Okay. So as I go, if I see something obvious, I'll put it there. But otherwise, what I'm going to do is just do a quick sort of my stuff and see when I'm done what I have, and that will make it easier for me to kind of figure out what I need to keep and what I need to let go of. And I think that can be trash. Some of these things may not be any good, but I won't bother testing pins and things right now because, again, I have one hand not free, so it's a lot easier to do that stuff when you have both hands free. So we're just going to do, if you're doing it my way, you're going to just do a quick sort of the things and put like things together, and then we'll look and see, we'll assess what we have when we get finished. And I don't know what these things are, but those can definitely go in the gift away pile, and that's trash. More gift away. And I know for a fact that I have plenty of these, so I don't need that. So I can go ahead and put that over there. And now I have 3 of these, so I don't need 3 of these, right? And so I'm just going to go ahead and let 2 of them go. Okay, and let's see. And I don't know about this. I'm thinking if I need any, that might be really old. So if I need any, I'll just get some. So I'm just going to throw that away. And this is really short, so I'm just going to let that go. I don't need that, so I'm going to let that go. And I think I have one of these already, so that can go. And there's some pins around here somewhere. This we can keep and use. And some scissors, some tags, these kind of tags. There's those things, push pins and stuff. This could go with that. I have seam rippers. I don't need that. And tags. I have these. I don't need that. And you know, I don't think I've ever used that. I don't think I need that. I'm probably not going to use it. Oh, and there's 2 of these. Ooh, do you like the red one or the blue one better? I'm not sure. I like both colors, but I think I'll keep the blue one. I don't know why. I like red, but I like that blue one, so I think I'll keep that. And we'll put that in the keep. And I have these already. I don't need that. I don't even know what this is. I need to see what that is before I get rid of it. And that might go with the sewing machine or something. I don't think I want to use that. So I'm going to let it go, and you know what? I'm probably not going to use that. So that can go. This is the only blue one I see here. So I guess I'll keep that one. And let's see. I don't know what this is for. That might have... You know what? I think I had that when I did something with art, maybe? I don't know. So I'm not sure about that. Okay. Now, let's see. We got it pretty well sorted here. These are pins, and oh, there's 2 of these. So I don't need both of them, so one of those can go, and we'll put the other one in the keep pile, and all of that. Okay, so I'm not sure. You know what? I forgot what time it was when I started doing this. I'm really bad for that. So this can go. I don't need that. And you know what? I have plenty of scissors. I don't think I need those. So I'm going to let those go. I could probably put together a sewing kit for someone, actually. And I have a couple sewing boxes around here that I could do that with. Now, these are cute. And I don't know that I have a way to use them other than to put them on a package or something. But I don't think I'm going... I probably won't do it. So we'll just put them in the gift away pile. These I will keep. So these are going to go in the keep thing. And these I can probably use those for something. So I'll keep those. I'm going to keep these. Those are needles. These I need to see if they fit my sewing machine that I have currently. So these will go into maybe. And then these, you know what? I have plenty, so those can go. And I don't know. I'm going to put these in the maybe pile. I probably won't use these, but I might. So I'm going to put those in the maybe pile. I don't need this. I really don't need that. I don't know if I have one of these, so I'm going to put this in the maybes. This is trash. Okay, and don't need that because I have one already. So these are maybes because I need to check and see if I have one already. And this as well. This, I think too, because it has that, so we'll see. Okay, and then, let's see, this can go in the maybes. I don't need this. This I will keep if it works. I'll check it, but I'll keep it if it works. So I'm going to keep these, and this, and these. These can be paintbrushes, crochet hooks. I don't need these. And pins. And I'm not sure what kind of pin that is. This, if it works, I'll keep that. I don't know. Oh, that was just, yeah, I don't need that. And these, if they work, we'll keep them. If not, we'll let them go. This can be maybes. These will be maybes, and I'll be actually putting them with my other supplies like that. If we can get you back in focus here. Come on, focus. Okay, probably have to cut that part out because it was a little bit long. But these I will put in the stuff with this sort of thing. And when I get rid of paintbrushes and crochet hooks, I'll go through those too. And these are some pins. So those I'll put with the keep. And then all of this stuff, I don't need the buttons for sure. Don't need those, so those can go. I'm not sure if the camera's even looking in the right place. And then these little things, I have a little office kit of stuff, and I think these may have fallen out of that, so I'll put those with that little office kit of stuff, and that clears up everything, and I don't need this. This can go in the trash, and the bag is empty, and there you go. So I'll see if that was 10 minutes. I don't know. I forgot what time it was when I started, but that's my pile of stuff. I have some keep, some maybe, some trash, and a lot of stuff that's just going to go. And that is my 10 minutes better. And you know what? That didn't hurt at all because I know I am not sewing anymore. So it was easy for me to say goodbye to this stuff because I know I'm keeping the basic stuff that I need. I don't need to have extras of all of this stuff. I didn't use it in the first place. You saw a lot of it was still in the packaging, so I never used it in the first place, and I've had it for years. So it's time to pass that stuff on and just keep this little basic kit. And if I don't ever use this, that's fine. But it's not going to take up a lot of space in my home. There's room for me to add stuff to it if I want to. I could even put a small project in this little basic sewing kit box, and that's plenty. That's all I need now. Where before, I thought I had to have a room full of stuff. I mean, I literally had a room full of things that had to do with sewing, and I want to get it down to where this is all I have. That's my goal. If you decide that you want to pick up that hobby again someday, then you can always go out and get the supplies again. If it's something that you can replace, and you can replace it easily and without spending a tremendous amount of money, why not go ahead and let that stuff go, pass it on to someone else who can use it today, and in the future, if you do decide to do it again, if there is room and space in your life for you to pick that up again, then you can get new stuff, and it will be fun and enjoyable, and you can always just keep a simple, basic kit if you need to. If it's something that you might do from time to time, just keep a basic kit, and then if you do a hobby or a project, you can go out and get the supplies that you need just for that project. But for now, let all of that stuff go and have room for the things that you really are doing or that you really will do. Things you can't do right now because all of your space is taken up with all this extra.
It's getting way too crowded. Too many me's in here. All of us and all our stuff, the problem's crystal clear. I think I know the answer. Yes, something's got to give. Maybe I should say goodbye. This is no way to live. But who should be the ones to go? And which of us will stay? Who decides just who resides and who goes on her way? The only thing I know to do is look inside myself, then set free the fantasy and only keep myself.
Whatever your fantasy self is, let me know in the comments, and let me know if you were able to go through some of your stuff and let go of some of the things that have to do with your fantasy self. Were you able to let go of some of the supplies? Have you been able to let go of the idea that you're going to do those things? Are you going to be able to let go of the emotional attachment that you have to the things and to the idea of doing it? What you doing, Pumpkin? Yeah? Are you going to declutter some stuff? Yeah. Meanwhile, happy decluttering.